Hello, Virgo. How are you? I hope you're doing really well and that summer has been good for you. And here we are heading into the autumn. I have to say, first and foremost, happy birthday because this is your birthday month. And I like the way it starts because there is some insight or some news here, Virgo, that's coming to you at a time where I feel it's so perfect because it looks like here for maybe the last couple of weeks, maybe even the last couple of months for a few of you, you've kind of been like, do I do this or do I do that? It's like you've been pendulating between a couple of choices here, and I'm feeling that that is coming together for you now as we enter in to your birth month. And I'm feeling that, you know what, the outcome is really great because I think at least for a few of you, you'll find out it doesn't necessarily have to be either or, but it could actually end up being a blend of both, all right? Somehow trying to unify a couple of very important components in your life here, and in that, the synergy is really lifting you to higher grounds, okay? So, great conclusion on that choice. I'm also seeing that it is a month where I feel between you and your partner, for those of you in a partnership, that is, I'll talk about you singles later, but for those of you in a partnership this month, it looks like you're going to be talking about money, okay, and how that money is being spent. Who is using more? Who is using less? Are we using too much? What do we need to save? Okay, so there's a little focus here on, not just a little focus, but also really trying to come to a very, shall I say, agreeable commitment of how to spend the money wisely here and onwards. So it's actually just kind of catching up, getting on track, and for a lot of people, it could be very sensitive to talk about money issues. So, but this month, it should really work for you to get your point across, and for both of you to find a happy outcome for it. For those of you who are single, and this will still apply to you, but it may not just be between how you're spending your money, you and your partner, but it could be how are you spending your money? How are you setting things off? Are you saving enough? Are you squandering your money? Maybe you will have a bank meeting with somebody who can come in and be supportive or helpful, perhaps, in setting up your accounts in a way that will function for you. Not just now, but setting it up for the weeks and months onwards to come, which will actually really set you on a course that I see can be very favorable in that outcome. And I'm also seeing here that you're wrapping up whatever that may be, a project. It looks like you started on it maybe a little earlier this summer, June, July, thereabout, and it coming to the way's end where you can start eliminating those things that might have been, you know how it is when you have an ongoing project, there's things laying around, right? So you can start cleaning up. Whether this is then in a practical, physical sense, or maybe even if it is just in an emotional, intellectual sense, but there's a wrapping up, sorting out, getting on with the new, and the new is what's showing up here this month. And it's really beautiful because it is your birth month, Virgo. You have a head start on this. So you're really holding a power cord. I feel that if you plug it into the right sockets, not only is it going to light up for you right here and right now, but it's the potential coming in behind it that can branch off, become thus much more. And I feel you're extremely clear in your communication this month, which also is working in your favor. Why? Because when you're having the power of words and being able to communicate as clearly as you're doing this month, that will also open up for new opportunities for you as well. So that is all really, really nice. Now, there might be, for those of you who still have your fathers around and alive, he might be needing a little bit more support or insight, help, guidance, whatever this month. For those of you who no longer have your father around, it could be an uncle, or it could be just somebody else there in the family, or it could be a neighbor. But this is a person who's a little bit up there in age. Really nice person here, but there is something that he would need support, and I see that you're more than happy to be able to do something here, or at least offer your help. This man has a lot of pride, so he might not be open to take in that help right away. He likes to, organize, fix things himself. But there's those times where it's nice to know there is a helping hand, at least the offer of it, right? Then I'm seeing if there is anything about your vehicle, this is the month that you might want to look into it, whether it is just refilling air in your tires, changing your oil, getting new tags on your license plates, whatever there is. There's a minor thing here, maybe just changing your windshield wipers. There's a minor thing, minor expense coming to your vehicle. For those of you that don't have a car, but you're taking, the train or whatnot, there might be a renewal of some tickets there, the ticket system, which I don't know how works for you over there on the East Coast, but that kind of thing. So just a practical reminder here for you. And not only that, but there is a person that I feel somewhere, not necessarily a government person, but it could be. So a service person, let's call him that, which is going to come into the picture. Maybe you're needing to look into something. This person can counsel you, find out whatever it is you're needing. Maybe it's a tax person that you're needing to get some insights there. Whatever the deal is, this person is here to help you. Love and romance here. This month, I feel, it is a good month. There is interaction. There's communication. There might be a situation that might have been a little touchy-feely here. Why do I say that? It's because I see how you might have been holding back by saying something, not wanting to bring it forward, and that's only because you're a gentle spirit. You don't want to rock the boat or stir up any kind of issue. But you know what I have to say, though, here, Virgo, for you, this month, it's a great time for you to bring up whatever so-called issue and doing it without rocking the boat. But it's getting things off your chest so you can feel rebalanced, should I say, okay? And getting it off your chest, then you're also opening up for more room in your consciousness where you can let go, because worry takes up a lot of space, takes up a lot of room, and worry doesn't get anything done, does it? So it's good when we can meet up with it face to face, get it said, get it done, get it over, and then move into this new space. So this is really awesome. Then I'm seeing, we talked about the financial thing a little bit earlier. It's coming up here again. I'm looking at 36 cards, okay? So it's showing up here in this area as well. It's a good time for you to get your things in order financially. Then we just talked about clearing out rooms, right? Well, once you have this set, talk about clearing out another room. Once it's down, it's in its place, and nobody likes order more than you do, Virgo. You are the masters of organizing things. And then I'm feeling that also is something that can be off your shoulders, so you can now focus more on those things that you really want to pay more attention to. And that has to do with your work. Now, as a worker, you're probably one of the most conscientious workers of the Zodiac. Always, Virgo, not just fulfilling your responsibility and doing that so conscientiously well, but you also at times end up, fulfilling other people's work, where they might go home early and just leave things on their desk. You feel so responsible that you end up, finishing those tasks for others. So you're going to be looking at that, and you might be questioning yourself too. Do I really need to take on their work, or should I let them stand or fall for it karmically? But then again, as long as you know that your work is impeccable, that makes you happy. Work this month, I don't really see any issues with it. It's going to be a good flow as far as I can see. So it leaves you coming home feeling good, feeling great, not coming home feeling exhausted. So there's a good balance here for you this month between home life and your professional career life. I'm also seeing that you're going to be probably hearing from a female that you've been thinking about. This could be a friend, longtime friend, and which will either reach out to you or you will reach out to her. But it looks like there's such a mutual joy in hearing each other's voice and catching up with one another. And that's the nice thing about real friendship. It's low maintenance because it's always like yesterday when you reconnect again. And so this is wonderful. That's a mark of a beautiful, beautiful friendship right there. So what I would like to say is, like, even when you listen to the astrological forecasts, I always say, listen to your moon and rising sun because you get more insight. The same thing goes here for the tarot. So feel free to go and listen to that and get more insight here for September. So I will see you in October, everyone. And thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. I totally, totally appreciate it. See you later.